I'm Cecilia, I live in Zurich and I love train travel, and I'm trying to visit all 1,720 public transport train stations in Switzerland. Back in May my mum visited for a few days and we went for a lovely day out to Stein am Rhein, and we ended up going to Schaffhausen as well. Good morning. I started the day by going for a run and then I went back to the flat to prepare breakfast for my mum and me. My mum is staying for a few days and we're off to Stein am Rhein to hopefully look around a cute little town. Yeah. Headed to the train station and of course to the little coffee shop that my mum really likes. Sehr schön. Die schauen sich ja meinen Starbucks Frappuccino an und denken, diese Idiotin hat keinen Geschmack. Aber ich denke, sie sollten bessere heiße Schokolade machen.
Ja, aber das kannst du denen ja auch sagen, oder?
Naja, nicht wirklich.
Nicht wirklich.
Hihi. Aber der Kaffee ist ja gut, ne? Das ist sicher die Hauptsache von denen. Sogar mag den Kaffee.
Na, siehst du.
Ja. High praise.
Man kann ja nicht
Ausgerüstet.
Ja.
Brezer Kaffee. We're on the first of two trains towards Stein am Rhein, and I got a frappuccino because I was jealous of my mum getting a drink. So now we're on this one from Zurich to Winterthur, which is going to take 22 minutes, and then Winterthur to Stein am Rhein is 40 minutes, and I haven't been there yet. We're basically going because it's supposed to be cute, so hopefully it is. If it's not, huge disaster. We'll see. So it's like a normal train section in that direction, and then look at this. This is where my mum and I are sitting, here on the right, but it's basically like a big oval or something. It's quite cool. It's not very exciting countryside around here, but it is really pretty, and part of the reason why I thought it might be nice to go to Stein am Rhein is because it's meant to be a nice little town, and a few days ago, maybe a week or two ago, I went walking near Stein am Rhein, more in the direction of Lake Constance, but still along the bit where the lake becomes the Rhine.
Halt, Talheim, Altikon.
And ideally I would have gone all the way to Stein am Rhein, but there wasn't enough time. I was too tired, and yeah, that was really nice. Like, I really liked the countryside around there. I thought it was pretty, so hoping for some of the same. Kennst du nicht? Embarrassing. From the train station we walked a few minutes to this bridge, which takes you across the Rhine and to the town centre. really incredible thing about Stein am Rhein are these paintings on all of the buildings. The whole little centre is small, but there is so much to look at because so many buildings have these pretty paintings all over. Einladen. Man muss anhalten. Quick stop at the supermarket because I'm getting a cold. Or a sore throat. Die Salbei-Dinger genommen. We decided to sit down in one of the little cafes in the town square and had a couple of little cakes.
Nein, aber ich meine, du machst ja auch Sachen im Alltag. Das war nicht,
Zufrieden?
Ja, das war mir zu wenig hoffnungsvoll mit der Milch.
Von Bernie. So it's been pretty quiet. The little cafe was nice, we're about to pay, and suddenly a whole lot of people have shown up and they're all wearing matching lanyards that say Gate 1. And we think it's a river cruise because, well, we're basically next to the Rhine River, and I looked it up and Gate 1 is a travel company and they do cruises, river cruises as well, so I guess that's what people are doing. So it's pretty busy now. Off to wander around the town a little bit longer and actually go to the river as well. We're slowly heading to the train station and hopefully we can make a quick stop in Schaffhausen as well. But I think Stein am Rhein has been a big success, right?
A success.
So yeah, back to the train station, and mainly like most of the way is along the Rhine as well, so it's very nice. back on the train now, and this is the train to Schaffhausen. We're going to stop there for a little walk around the town, and this is going to take 27 minutes, and it's quite close to the Rhine River on this side, which is why we sat on this side, so hopefully there will be a little bit of a view. Nee, ist cool. Ich habe es niemals gemerkt. Ich war hier schon ziemlich oft und ich habe das nie bemerkt. So, we're in Schaffhausen now, and my mum just noticed something cool about the station, which I'd never noticed, which is that it says Schweizer Bundesbahn, so SBB, the Swiss National Railways. It says that on one side, and then there's sort of a mirrored opposite end of the train station, and it says Deutsche Bundesbahn, which is the German National Railway. I had no idea it said both. Like, they both operate from here, which makes sense because there are German-operated train stations within Switzerland and like a lot of train lines to Germany. But still, I'd never noticed. We're just going to go for a walk now and eventually catch the train back to Zurich. Das hier ist ein Santa Lucia und ich finde immer, das sieht so nett aus.
Also du hast nicht. Das kommt aus den Augen, das ist ein bisschen komisch. Und schau mal der Hydrant, wie der aussieht.
We walked through a little bit of the old town and then uphill to what is kind of my go-to viewpoint in Schaffhausen. It's this fortress called Munot, I think. Not so sure about the pronunciation. Komm schon, es ist cool, es ist...
Ja, warum ist es keine Treppe? Das geht für die Pferde viel besser aus.
Ja, ein bisschen steil, ne? Okay, schau mal auf dem...
Warst du das schon?
Nein, aber es sieht nett aus, oder?
Das links mit diesem Tier, oder?
Ja, nee, das recht.
Italien hier, oder? Mit diesen Bögen da. Klostergarten, toll.
Naja, ich war auch noch nicht in dem kleinen Park, also die Tür war nicht sichtbar. I've never been here before. I've definitely walked past it on the other side, I think. And my mum loves it. It's really nice.
Hier ist noch eine große Halle.
Die Gittertür dort hinten war geschlossen, als ich das von dort angeschaut habe.
Oh. Ja, möge es nicht rosten da oben. Toller Klang. Schau dir das mal an.
We ended up deciding to stay in Schaffhausen for dinner. I had been wanting to go to this little branch of Santa Lucia for ages because it's in such a cute spot, and this was a nice opportunity.
Ich habe das Brot in der Hand, ich bin überfordert. Den Käse muss man auch noch drauf.
Ja, das ist interessant. Ach, komm schon. Why is she running? One more train. This one was from Schaffhausen and it took 56 minutes to Zurich. Back in Zurich now. I don't have my jacket with me today because I took a blanket in case, not blanket, a towel in case my mum wanted to go for a swim. So I'm now wearing her scarf, well actually her blanket as a scarf, but not long till we're home, and we'll see if we can get some butter from the supermarket before we go home, because my mum bought a bread roll earlier, which she wants to have for breakfast, and she cannot possibly have that without butter. So, absolutely essential, either today or tomorrow, doesn't really matter. But yeah, off to the supermarket, then home. Back home. I feel like it's been a long day, and it really hasn't because I didn't wake up very early. But I'm trying to go to sleep early now because day after tomorrow I'm back at work, so I have to get up early. I'm just having some tea. It's decaffeinated tea, don't worry, in my Oxford mug, which I love. Still don't love the tea that much, but the mug I like very much. And I am noting down the kilometers and times and stuff like that for today's travel. And I think that's about it for today. Tomorrow we're staying in Zurich, but the weather's meant to be lovely, which is good timing because on Wednesday it is not meant to be that nice. So last day off for me, last day that my mum is here on this particular trip as well. And it'll be a nice day just staying local, maybe going to the Lido or something like that. So yeah, I will see you next time.